Hello, and thank you for joining us again at the Coffeehouse. We are here for part 2 with Patti Johnson. She's the president of Shining Light Homes. We mentioned their website last time. I'm going to give it again because I encourage you to go to their website, shininglighthomes.org, and we're going to pick up where we left off because we realized there's still so much more we need to make people aware of. And you were talking about the Bible studies with a church that reached out to you and started a Bible study. And so talk about the Bible studies.
Okay, well, let me just say that the Strengthening Moms is what started the whole thing, the program that they wanted me, St. Andrews wanted to connect with me over.
Yeah, excuse me, can I just jump in real quick? I just, for the viewers out there, just, you might be thinking, okay, Patti's doing these wonderful things, and I want to hear about it. But think about yourself. You could do things similar to what Patti's doing or has done, and
Partnering with me.
Yeah, partner with her. Don't be afraid to start your own ministry if depending on where you are, or if you wanted to start something like Shining Light Homes in your area. Reach out to Patti and just listen to all the wonderful things that she's doing.
And if you missed, that's a very good point, Chuck. If you missed the first program, the organization, it's focused on helping single moms overcome the many difficulties that they face. And you give them, I love that you mentioned in the last program, so please go back and watch the first one if you didn't see that. But your mission is to give them an alternative to abortion. So you're encouraging them to choose life, and you're giving them the practical support that they need. But even more than that, you're leading them to the Savior, and that's where these Bible studies really come in.
That's, I mean, like I was saying, I was doing everything else, clothes, material things, money, different things, but, we didn't really touch on the spiritual part the way, and I feel like this is probably what God had wanted me to do, and I wanted to do it. I wanted to do it, but, I didn't really have a place that I could do it at. And, with me, getting down in the dumps and ready to throw in the towel.
And then you get a phone call.
Out of the clear blue sky. I don't even know this pastor.
Wow. Yeah, so you never even talked to him before.
No.
So obviously God at work.
Yeah,
right.
That's
and so he reaches
there.
out to me, and it's Strengthening Moms, and and so I immediately asked our moms, would you like to be a part of this Strengthening Moms? And I had 5 moms right off the bat that wanted to do it.
Wonderful.
So they came in, and then, and I'm like, and I was telling you that the pastor texted me in the middle of the night one day, and he told me, he says, God told me to tell you that you're not supposed to close. Because I told him, when he first reached out to me, I told him, I said, well, listen, Pastor, I just want you to know, we've been considering closing. So we'll do Strengthening Moms, if we can find some moms that want to do it, but, we've been talking about closing. And so eventually I called him up to tell him, well, we really are going to close. And that's when he said, that's when, he didn't say it right then, but he listened to me. He's very good. He listened to me, and then sometime, I don't know when it was, he sends me a text message that said, God told me to tell you you're not supposed to close. And then he offered for me to come and have my office in his...
Because you had a plan, but God had another plan. It was going to continue, but in a different way.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay. So I started going there. My husband started going there. I have all the moms going there, and so anyway, we have going to the church in the Strengthening Moms portion 9 now.
Okay, so
9 moms.
Is that your ministry, or is
that's the church?
The church ministry. Okay.
Yeah, what they're doing is they provide money to the moms in exchange for them coming to church. I know that might sound like they're paying them to go to church, but it really isn't, because the moms, there's been moms and children that have gotten saved. Some have gotten baptized, You know, some have joined the church. All sorts of amazing things are going on. Has nothing to do with money.
They're giving them, to me, it sounds like they're giving them the money
They're
to
giving
meet
them
the
assistance,
practical
yeah.
needs.
It is.
They have practical needs. You
Yes.
said for food, to make ends meet, to pay bills, for
Yes.
transportation.
Right.
You had mentioned how cars break down. They're only helping them with their immediate needs,
That's
which
it.
is what
Well,
Jesus
want
teaches
to
us in the
strengthen them.
It's no
Bible.
different than
And then their spiritual needs.
yeah,
Yeah.
the PIN ministry in Virginia Beach, the People in Need ministry.
Mm-hmm.
So you know, they get the women out of prison can go there and volunteer, and they prepare meals for the homeless, and
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's so
they sort
sweet.
clothes,
Yeah.
and they do different things like that.
You have to meet
But
the
they get
immediate
assistance,
physical
you know,
needs
and
as
then
well.
they'll get
Yes.
assistance from the PIN ministry.
Right, that's
So,
what our logo
yeah.
says, meeting the immediate needs of mothers in crisis,
Absolutely.
single moms in crisis.
Yeah.
That's what it
Absolutely.
says, our little tagline.
Because then you're
underneath.
going to get their attention and they're going to be able to then focus and learn the spiritual and about the Lord. And it's amazing because the need for this is so big, because you said that pastor reached out to you and said he was getting a lot of single moms coming to the church.
Yeah.
So he wanted to
Asking for
connect
help.
with you.
So
Yeah.
he decided that let's go ahead and partner with somebody who has
Yes.
single moms.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
so that's how it happened.
Yeah.
And so, you know, and so I set up an office in there. I have a donation closet in there where the moms get diapers and wipes and clothes, baby clothes, children's clothes, shoes, household wares, you know. So, I mean, just the other day, Stewart Moving and Company just contacted me, another contact, and said, hey, we'd like to reach out to you to see if maybe, you know, we can help you with furniture.
Wow.
So that company gave 13 families, our families,
Wow.
furniture. Some of them received furniture for their bedroom, living room, and kitchen.
Wow.
Some of them
Wonderful.
received just living room furniture. Some received just kitchen. And
Wonderful.
I'm not kidding you. So some of them have brand new, beautiful furniture. Yeah, it just was how awesome. I just had to recognize them the other day. Certificate of appreciation and a flower.
Yes.
I had to do that. I had to let them know how much that was
Yes.
such a big deal.
Wow,
Because
yeah.
we have run into moms that are sleeping on mattresses on the floor.
Mhm.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, there was a time when I was doing this mission where I was trying to get mattresses off the floor and everybody is sleeping in a normal bed.
Yeah.
Because some of them live, you know, really substandard with secondhand, broken down junk.
Yeah.
Somebody else's junk.
And that could
And
be a
it was
reason.
really nice to be
Oh,
able to
yeah.
have nice furniture. It was the kind I would have in my house too.
Yeah, very nice.
Very nice furniture.
And it's wonderful because, like we mentioned before, the mission of the organization is saying, you know, there's an alternative to abortion. Choose life, and then the support that you offer. Because sometimes, you know, a mom, or you help young moms, or any mom could say, well, I'm not able to bring a baby into this place. I don't have a bed. I'm on a mattress. I don't have a job.
Yeah,
I
we
don't
give
have
them
an
pack and
Yeah.
plays.
But you
We don't
help
want to
doing
raise
them.
them in this kind of environment.
Right.
But
Yeah.
that's not a reason. You help them, and it's even before they realize this life they're carrying is a life created by God. It's a gift.
Yeah.
Even before they know the joys that they're going to have through
Yeah.
this child, you're encouraging them to choose life, and they are choosing life. But you said
Yeah, I told
you
them they were
commend
heroes.
them.
Mhm.
Yes,
I
for
told them
choosing
they
life.
were. Even though you feel it as being very difficult, I'm just telling you. I told them that. You are heroes here in this room. I
Right.
told them that.
Right, you're
Yeah.
giving them such support and such hope.
Yeah, I did. I had to let them know. Listen, I see past where you are.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
you know what I'm
shared your
saying? I've
story.
lived it.
So what's the future
Yeah.
of Shining Light Homes?
Well,
Yeah.
our future, I think, is this. Well, like I was saying, the pastor and their board offered us this property right next door that's been empty for 50 years. Nobody's ever built anything on it. You know, the parking lot's there,
Right.
already ready. It's just been sitting there. And so he had offered that to us. So which is an amazing thing. I never in a million years
So
ever
it's a place to put a house, you could put a little house
Yes,
there
I
or
was
something?
thinking of, because see, we wanted to have a maternity home, for a mom who's pregnant or has a newborn. We want to know that those moms have support and love,
Yes.
that they're not being rejected, that they're loved and that they're accepted.
Right.
And their children. And that
Right.
was what I was wanting to do with a maternity home. And I mean, there's other, like Hope for Life that really said that they called me up many times asking me, Patty, do you have a place yet?
Right.
We need this place you're trying to have.
So
And I've been trying, but I haven't been able to get it.
So the space you're looking at now, you could build a house with
I
like
could
2 or
put a
3 bedrooms
house.
or something?
Well, it has to be a little more than that. It has
Yeah,
to be
probably bigger.
It
Yeah.
has to be at least 5, I would think, but, we, like I said, right now, we're even expanded it past that, maybe, that each mom would have their own little space, where it'd be like a 1,200 square foot place with at least 2 bedrooms. And, my husband sort of designed it out, but we need to have
Wow.
it put in,
Okay.
with a bath and a half even.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
you've got the property, you got the design, and you've got the people to put in the house.
Yeah, I'm gonna need supporters,
Yeah.
Yes.
and I need a surveyor, and I know that the surveyor, and then we also need the architect to help design it, just to
Yeah.
put it in concrete, I guess, design it out.
And you never know, that person could be watching that either
Yeah.
wants to help with that or
Yeah.
knows someone that could, or, so if you do, please get in contact
Yeah.
with Patty. What is the best way for someone to contact you that does want to get involved or make a donation?
They can go on our website, shininglighthomes.org, there's a
Okay.
donate button there,
Okay,
or they can call 757-606-1800.
and we'll put
That's
that
our
on the
phone
screen,
number.
okay?
Okay, or, they can email info@shininglighthomes.org.
Okay,
And I monitor all those things, and,
good.
but yeah, I mean, if they want to, send me a donation right out, not through the website, they can do Cash App, $, Shining Light Homes, or
Yes.
Venmo is @Shining Light Homes.
And this is so
And,
important.
we accept money all different kinds of ways. I mean, we're getting ready for Thanksgiving right now.
Yeah.
Right.
Every year from the time we have started, we've had Thanksgiving boxes given to all the families.
Okay.
And we also have Christmas for
Christmas.
every one of the families that we have or serve. And we've been doing that since the beginning of Shining Light. And so I mean, like I said, we help with book bags, back to school supplies, whatever the need is really. If we can help meet it, our whole problem really is, and will always be, I'm sure, is never having enough money. We don't really have regular donors at all.
Yeah.
Right, and the ministries, they're such important work, but, practically speaking, they require financial support, of
It's
course.
I mean, I appreciate people giving us in-kind donations, because we get to bless the moms with, the things that I receive, like that
Right.
lady giving me the furniture,
Right.
or regular
Yeah.
donors say, hey, I'm getting new furniture, could any of your moms use this couch set?
Yes.
Or a
yes.
TV,
Yeah.
or, different things, and we give it to them.
Right.
We connect them together, and then they get it. Or there was a couple of times where, it was something they really needed, and we said, but they couldn't get it, and I was like, okay, so we went ahead and, hired a moving guy to go over there and get the furniture and bring it to their house.
Yeah.
Well, especially as the church, we talked about this before we came on. I hope that programs like this bring awareness, but also cause us as the church, who are called to be the light in the darkness in the world, to be the church now, because
Yeah.
it has gotten so dark, especially in this area of life. We're recording this from Virginia in the United States. This can air, people can get access to this all over the world. But, right now we have some things going on right here in Virginia in the United States that next year there's going to be an amendment come before the voters that, if it gets passed, will mean that Virginia has the most radical, most extreme laws for abortion in the entire world. So your ministry is giving young moms an opportunity to choose life when they might otherwise think they had a reason
They
not
don't
to.
have to do it, that there's somebody out there that cares
Right.
about them.
But as
And
Christians,
will help them out.
Yeah.
I'm
Yes.
serious.
and Christians
Uh-huh.
watching this, you know,
Mhm.
to really be convicted about examining what am I doing to be a part
Yeah.
of these ministries, or like you said, Chuck, starting a ministry like this where I live.
Wherever the people live, yeah.
Or-
Yeah,
or
well, there was a
supporting
time
these
where I was
ministries.
so busy that needed to open up an office in another area, like Virginia Beach.
Right.
Okay.
And in Norfolk, because we
Mhm.
could literally, I could, if I had enough support and money,
Mm-hmm.
could have an office in every city
Mm-hmm.
and would be helping moms there.
Right.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Well,
Because they're
And the moms
everywhere.
are everywhere, yeah.
They're
Now, that's
everywhere.
part-
They
that's
come out of
Yeah.
nowhere, and usually sometimes they call on the phone, but the majority of the time they reach out to me on social media,
Okay.
and they get another mom tells them, well, you know,
Mhm.
hey, I know I'm with Shining Light Homes, why don't
Right.
you contact Patty,
Right.
Miss Patty, I'm
Mhm.
called Miss Patty.
Yeah.
And then they'll,
Mhm.
reach out to me
Yeah.
that way, either
Yeah.
through Messenger or, however, but I get phone calls coming or messages coming from everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Email even,
Mhm.
I will get it from, our website. People
Yeah.
go on the website and they'll reach out to me through the website.
You know,
Yeah,
I'm
it's
just-
a great website.
I'm just thinking that, your need for the home, you've got the property, it's already zoned
Yeah.
for what
Yes.
you wanna do there. It's in the city, so you've got all the city hookups and everything
Yeah.
available.
Mm-hmm.
And some people, they may not wanna just make a cash donation at one time, but there's some people that are just good with their hands. And a general contractor can pull these people together.
See, that's the kind of thing I
The carpenters
need,
have
'cause-
a slow time right now, just, here at the end of the year, give them some work and,
Well, the body of Christ, we
Yeah.
all have different skills and
Yeah.
different
But
exact.
I mean, I
that's
would
a-
love that.
Mhm.
I might have 4,500 friends.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
do I know every one of them very well enough?
Yeah.
No.
Right.
but,
You
this is a wonderful project, people can get involved in.
And I don't know
Especially,
any
your
contractors.
builders, like I said, the general contractor, he's got all the contacts with the
Right.
the
I need somebody to
electricians and
help me work
plumbers
with
and-
the city and
Right, like
you
a
know,
liaison between.
yeah,
but
the city
especially
or-
Christians,
or
because
somebody to
there's
help me
Mhm.
with the grants that you probably will need.
right.
Because
Yeah.
I'll need grants,
Yeah.
and stuff like
Mhm.
that. Because
Yeah.
I would prefer not having to have a bill, honestly.
Right.
If
Right.
possible, that's what we don't, but if we have a bill, I need donors to help me with it.
Yeah.
But
See,
you've been
that goes back to
trusting.
that.
You've been trusting God and waiting on His timing, and then He opened this.
I know,
door
and I'm
and-
telling you, because I
You're
was
ready
going
to
in the,
close.
I was
and
ready to,
you-
I told God, I said,
Yeah.
unless you make it plain to me that this is you, I'm done.
They couldn't make
Yeah,
it
I
much
was not-
plainer.
But you're doing
Yeah.
His
Yeah.
work by
Yeah.
connecting them to Him. You are really, like we had started the program, this one with the Bible studies.
Yeah.
You're getting ready to do one, you said, on identity, so these
Yeah.
moms understand who
Mhm.
they are in Christ
Yeah,
and their values.
that's
Yeah.
gonna, I was so excited about that. That's one of the chapters in the book
Yeah.
of Embrace Love.
It's so important.
Oh, the
What-
curriculum.
Yes,
for
it's one of the
Embrace
chapters.
Life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I'm like,
So important to me.
yeah, we
Oh.
What is your identity?
yeah, who you are.
Who are you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow.
As His
What God
child.
actually
Well,
did for
listen
you.
to how people answer.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm a pharmacist.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
you know,
really not it. That's not it.
No.
Yeah.
No, because you can end up not being a pharmacist after
Yeah,
a
I'm
while.
a truck
Then what are
driver.
you?
That's
I
right.
you know,
You know?
People can
Yeah.
lose
Yeah.
their jobs.
Yeah.
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 I really want to encourage everyone to consider making a donation or helping out in any way they can, or having conversations with people that pass the word on. You never know who you might run into that could help with the organization and what you're doing, because this is God's work. God
I
is
mean,
doing
this
for
was-
eternity of their souls. This is
Right.
really God's
Yeah.
work.
It started
It is.
out long ago in my dreams.
Right.
And when he opened my eyes, like I was
Mhm.
telling you in the previous
Mhm.
segment, it was, I knew what I was supposed to do, and then for a while there I didn't do anything because I didn't know
How?
what you do. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
and then you know, and I remember him telling me, so well, I already told you what to do, and I go, oh, you know, and okay, all right, well, I better get on the stick then, you know, so I
It
started.
takes us time to understand.
I didn't
Yeah.
understand really,
he-
you
Yeah, so you've
know?
been doing it for 12 years.
Yeah, but it
So-
started further on before that.
Before that,
Yeah.
so I'm sure you have some stories about, you know, some of the ladies that come through the program,
Mhm.
where they were, where they are now. Do you
Oh,
stay in
yeah.
touch with them after they?
Oh, I have many friends,
Okay.
many
Yeah.
of them.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, one of the moms, Elizabeth, who, her son, Bentley, was the one that got hurt on that bus in Suffolk. Did you hear about that?
No.
Somebody beat him up
Oh.
and did something with his spinal
Oh,
column, and he has a
no.
concussion.
Oh.
Yeah, she was in our program. She got her CDL license, became a school bus driver,
Okay.
and managed to do well, and you know, graduated basically from the program.
And you know, that's what you just remind me of, is what I keep thinking about with this organization. When you point them to their Savior, when you point them to Jesus, their pregnancy as a single mom is only one hardship, but they will face, as we know, other hardships. And now this one is faced with what has happened to her son.
Yeah,
But her
crazy.
relationship
Yeah.
with God, her
Yes.
faith in Him, her strength, what she has gained from that is what's going to help her with that
Right.
and through anything else she might
Yeah.
face. So
Yeah.
it's just,
But
it's
So
wonderful.
you're you know, through your program, you're helping these women, but you're also making disciples. And those
am.
disciples
So,
go
yeah.
out into the world and make other disciples.
Yeah.
Yes, I mean, I have another mom who just got accepted to get a house,
Mm.
which is, now she's going to be, but that is one hard-working mom.
Mhm.
She is one determined, but she gotta want it.
Yes.
Remember I was telling you that?
Yes.
You gotta want it.
Good
Yeah.
point.
And
Yes.
yeah, so she is doing that. I have another mom. I love her. She's so sweet, and she was she's another go-getter. But I met her. All she wanted to do was just hang out and be with other single moms
Right.
in a
Mhm.
you know, community kind
Yeah.
of thing.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But then eventually, you know, she ended up getting pregnant, and no judgment. We brought her in. We helped her with her baby, gave her everything that we could that she needed, and since then, you know, she started her own paparazzi business,
Mm.
and then she started doing. She's went and got her exercise paparazzi's jewelry, by the way.
Oh,
Oh,
I was thinking,
right,
how many
it's
famous
jewelry.
people do we have around
Oh,
here? You can
right,
chase
right,
around
for
and
time.
take pictures
No,
of.
it's not that. It's not
Okay,
that.
I'm
Yeah,
glad you
no, it's
clarified.
not. It's a jewelry business,
Uh-huh.
okay? And then when she did that, I mean, she was hard work. She'd work an 8-hour job and then get online and start showing all her jewelry. It's like,
Oh, yeah.
and she would be done like 10 p.m. at night
Yeah.
doing this kind of stuff. And then she went and put herself to school to learn to be a mixed fit instructor. So now she is a mixed fit exercise
Right,
instructor,
right.
and she's doing that too. And she has joined in with the Embrace Life Bible study.
Wonderful.
See, I mean, it's beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah, it really
Yes.
is. And you know, we're on the map on Embrace Grace.
Yeah.
That they want to know where their Bible studies are going, and so if any other mom around the area is interested in joining, they can.
Oh,
So they
wonderful.
go to the website, they say, oh, there's one in Virginia Beach, not Virginia Beach, but Virginia, and they go a little further, then they'll see our address and stuff like that so they can join.
Right.
And it's open
Yeah.
for more people. We're in like chapter 5, but we still have many more chapters to go.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I look
Wonderful.
at, you know, your ministry kind of like being a spark. You know, you kind of the spark that lights that fire
It's a light.
in these people. in
Right,
these
well, I
a
knew
light
it
in
was
the
going to be
darkness.
shining light something, you know, and
It's
then
a
it was,
light in the darkness.
and I kept looking, you know, and Shining Light Homes is what came to me, and I said, that's what it's going to be, because
Yeah.
we're going to have homes.
Mm-hmm. And it's hope. I mean, it's such
Well,
hope.
that's what it says. We give hope to the single moms.
Yes, yes, you do, because they might have otherwise thought that they wouldn't be able, or they might use that as a reason to say, I can't have this
Yeah.
baby because this, and this.
Yeah, my banner says,
You make
Hope for
it
Single
possible.
Moms in Hampton Roads.
Yes.
Right out front of the church. We have our banner that's
Yes.
starting to fall apart, so I have to get it. The winds over there is pretty heavy, so, but anyway,
Oh,
that's what it
yeah,
says. Giving hope to single moms in Hampton Roads.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And we
Yeah.
need that so much now. We were talking about the culture earlier, and we're
Yeah.
seeing so much fatherlessness. We're seeing so
Yeah.
many single moms with children. We're seeing too
And
many
the
people not
odds
choose life.
nowadays for
Yeah.
moms with single moms, the odds for them are low.
Right.
Yeah, that, their children will become delinquent, or
Right.
they're homeless, they're
Right.
always striving, always trying to make their ends meet. They're just, life is a lot harder.
Yeah, hard. But if they can get a relationship with the Lord,
Yeah.
and they can then lead their children, be an example of their children, starting a relationship with God.
Yes, and see
knowing who
that,
He is,
then they
can
know how
turn
to
that-
communicate with their children in the home.
Yes.
And learn how to have a dynamic of God in their house.
Right. Oh, that's
important.
wonderful.
Yeah.
A dynamic of God in their house. And
Yeah,
give
they
them a
have to
biblical
have it.
worldview.
They need to hear it in their home
Yes.
and not just at church.
Oh,
It has to
exactly.
be a life.
Exactly. And that's
a
one of
way
the
of
things,
life.
your organization, I know when I was doing some research on it, says you partner with these young moms.
Yeah, we do.
You're walking alongside
Yes,
them, giving
yeah.
them the support that they
Yeah.
need, the encouragement, the hope, but most of all, leading them to a relationship with God. I mean,
Yeah,
that's the
I'm
most,
hoping
that's the
that.
most
I
important.
pray about that every time I have
Oh,
my Bible
yes.
study.
And so then they said that, you have they're in the program for about 2 years.
Yeah,
So
some a little longer than
some a little longer. Okay, so it depends on the
Nothing
individual,
happens, yeah.
and then you kind of graduate them out of there, and they're prepared to go off.
Yeah, they
on-
are. We still have relationship with them though.
Yeah.
Yes, you
Yeah, we
form
do.
those bonds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, they're like
Yeah.
I am like their mother,
Yeah.
and I am also their grandmother to their children.
Aw, yeah.
Yeah, Miss Patty has the candy bowl in the
Oh.
office.
Yeah, you remind me of my mom with the candy bowl. Yeah,
The candy bowl and
Yeah,
the
I used to do that in my
lollipops and all
office,
that kind of
yeah.
stuff. So
Yes,
and I'm
yes.
always having toys and things to give everybody all the time. Everybody is always blessed when they
Yes.
come to our office or come to church now.
Yeah.
Everybody is being blessed in a major way, through our receiving the in-kind donations from people,
Oh,
and I
yeah.
just turn right
Yeah.
around and hand it over to them, and then, I love it that we're getting to make their home beautiful and
Yes.
make them feel better about where they live and how their life is inside their home, and
Well, you're
the
meeting-
whole
Well,
thing.
You're
We're-
meeting
we're
so
down-
many needs. We're down to
One minute.
Physical, emotional, spiritual needs. So we just want to make sure that we have time to put all your contact information up
Yeah.
on the screen at the end. So get ready to take this contact information down. It's such a wonderful ministry, and I want to thank you so much
Oh, thank you,
for what
sweets.
you're doing.
Thank you.
You know,
Yeah.
you're such. We see
I'm
so
so
many
glad to
people
meet
come
you
on.
guys.
Oh yes, we
And
see
I saw him, but I had never met him. So
yeah.
thank you so much for
But you're
giving me
such
this
a
opportunity.
faithful.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Well,
You're
Serious.
such a faithful
we
servant.
were able to do it, and
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
really nice.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you for
so
coming on.
My website is shininglighthomes.org. Our phone number is 757-606-1800. You can email me at info@shininglighthomes.org.
Yes.
You can find me on Facebook. We have our Facebook page, and I also have my own Facebook page. You'll find me there.
And pray, and do that. Take
Yeah,
a
pray
step.
for us. Pray for us that we find the resources.
Yes.
And that, we'll be able to get grants and
get
that
the
home built.
donors and the homes. But I
Yeah.
mean, that's why I started this thing to begin with. And,
Yeah.
I was just thinking that it was, maybe I had misunderstood the Lord, to be quite honest, when I didn't
Well,
get
maybe
the
it
house.
took you to getting to that point. That's another encouraging part. That's a good way to end the program, was right when you were getting ready to give up. he showed you, don't do that. You got a phone call. So hopefully maybe that will encourage someone that's on the
Okay.
verge of maybe giving something up when they
Yeah,
thought
you
that
never
God
know.
had called them to it. You never
Yeah,
know.
because I didn't know. I was feeling like I must have
You never know.
misunderstood.
Be like Patty and just trust God and pray about supporting her ministry. She's doing wonderful work for eternity and the souls of so
Yeah.
many. Thank you.
Thank you very
Thank you.
much.
Yeah, thank you.